what do we have here? Look at this mini camping light. This is actually a Sofirn, and nowhere on it does it say Sofirn. Really strange labeling compared to what they normally do. It's interesting. So I've shown you that. That's the title there. It's even got a picture of the very light that it is. And then you have some specs here. You have a 1200 milliamp per hour battery. So I'm imagining it's like one of those little foil pack batteries that they've crammed up in the internals here. You can't open it. You've got the size, and then just some other specs like voltage, power, things like that. It tells you what kind of charging you can do with it. Interesting. Let's go over it, look it over. It was a cool looking light. It wasn't a lot of money. I figured, hey, it's a Sofirn, let's try it and see what's going on with it. I like the multi-functionality of it, where you're gonna have this main emitter coming out the bottom down here. Quick press of that turns it on. You've got your little battery indicator there, green, letting you know that you're charged up, ready to go. The interesting thing is at night, that green light also comes out down the bottom. I'll show you that. So it's kind of, could have probably should have blocked that off somehow to where you don't have green light emitting out the bottom. A quick press again turns it down. That was the highest setting. Now we're down on the next level. There's only 2 levels that you're going to get out of this main emitter here, and then another press is going to get it in this side light. These LED are all located down here in the base of it, I guess you would call it, since you're hanging it. This would be like the top, this is the base, and they're projecting up onto this kind of like a reflector type thing. You have this plastic reflecting type stuff. We'll look at that at night. I think that could have been done a little bit differently, just in my opinion, where you're going to be using this at night. You want it projecting down and not so much up in your eyes, but it's just a matter of opinion and a matter of what I've noticed going over it, so that way you all can see it, you know, for yourselves and make a decision, maybe save you from getting it, or you may want to get it. I like this light level. I don't know why it looks like it's flashing, maybe because it's fighting with the daylight ambient light right now, but at night, even on camera, it doesn't flash like that. And then there it goes, it stops. So that's your PWM, where it's just pulsating. Same thing, the emitters are also still down here, and they're going to project up, but that amber colored light is just really relaxing on the eyes, great for reading. If you wanted to put it out here and, you know, say you were reading in this direction, that light is just going to project down nicely, nice and gentle, just enough to where you can read. It's not going to be, you know, tons of light. It's just a little lantern. Then going on, you have red, nice option to have, and flashing red. And then you can turn it off at any point in time while it's on. You don't have to go through all those settings. You can just hold down on the button and it'll turn off. Nice Type-C charging. You do have to have that because, as I said, they've got an internal battery in this thing. If it was my way of doing things, like, I would have this go ahead and open up and we'd just drop an 18650 in there. That would be awesome. I mean, I'm always a big fan of taking my batteries out and putting a fresh battery in, charging the battery over in my little side charger, you know, but that's just me. I've got my own ways of doing things. There's this nice clip here. I've been clipping it on stuff. That's not bad. It's got a good solid clipping mechanism. It's not coming off on accident or anything. Well made. I mean, for the price, it's a good deal. It really is. Yeah, you like it too? Even Rosie likes it. So she's coming to check it out, see what's going on with it. We will get this thing out in the dark and see what it looks like and see how it's doing at night. Now here we are in the dark. That's the amber light setting, and you still have that green light showing you that you have a good battery. There it is on the little button. Not a huge deal. Kind of sends out this green light, as you can see in my hand. Check it out. So you get a little green light along with your really relaxing amber colored light. I like that a lot. Good enough to read in close proximity. You know, you're going to want to have this thing in the tent with you, or in this case it's hanging from a hammock here. You're definitely not going to be able to light up an entire base camp or anything with this little light, which is, you know, kind of to be expected with its size. There's the red. There's the blinky red if you ever needed it. Hopefully you wouldn't. And then we'll go ahead and take it off of this hammock here, and I'll show you all what it can do. Just kind of reaching out. Turn this camera over to a further setting. So check it out. You get you a nice little camp set up here. And we're on the highest setting of this light coming right out the front. Not bad. It's a good bit of light. We'll go ahead and step it down. Next level down. Not a huge difference. You're still able to see really well. Plenty of light to, you know, walk a trail or whatever you need to do. It's not bad at all. And then this one, it's a little bit blinding because, like, you just kind of put it out there and you try to have this light lighting your way. It's definitely not going to happen. You're going to want to hang it up and get that light out of your eyes. And as you can see on the hammocks there, it's given a little bit of light. It's not, you know, again, it's not going to do a crazy amount of light on an entire camp. You're going to want to have that in a tent. You could block it out like that right there with your hand, but that light, let me try to show you on camera here what I'm talking about. See those LEDs down there where I'm tapping with my thumb? When you're holding this thing down, those are like shining right up in your eyes. If they were up here somehow and then shining down along this reflective plastic stuff, it wouldn't be so bad, because then you could have those LEDs like down on the ground where you need to be. Instead, they're up in your eyes where you don't want them. So I don't know, I mean, like, I guess you could carry it upside down, and really honestly that's not so bad. I'm now putting the light down on the ground where it needs to be, and it's not in my eyes as bad. But now you don't have a cool carabiner to clip it to. So just something to think about. The biggest thing, in my opinion, in my humble opinion, whatever it's worth, that I would consider them redoing on this light is to let us screw that off or screw that off and put an 18650 in this thing. Like, if you could just open this thing up and put an 18650 in it, that would be like a total game changer. Just my opinion, whatever that's worth. That's about it. That's all I've got. Thank y'all for watching, and if you have any questions, hit them up.